So what is your best feature?
Best feature would be my hair.
Your hair. Why do you like it?
I have the opportunity to make it straight or curly. It holds a curl when it's straight, and I can curl the ends, and it holds a curl. And then when it's curly, it is also vibrant and does the right things. I have some
Like it.
issues with it, but
So-
most of the time it works out perfectly.
It's like diverse.
It is.
Nice. What's your least favorite feature?
Least favorite feature. My midsection.
It's common. Mine too.
I think probably my midsection.
Okay, so describe a time when you felt really confident and why.
2013, right before I found out that I was pregnant. I was in the best shape of my life. I was very healthy. I ate only organic, and I worked out every single day, so I had willpower, and it just brought out all the confidence. I shed all the weight that I didn't want, and I felt so good. I felt strong, and that was my biggest thing, is to have the energy and the strength to keep up with my 11-year-old.
Is there anything you've chosen not to do because you didn't have confidence?
Get in a bikini? Absolutely. I really have a hard time in swimsuits. I feel like I can never, ever find the right one that shows and covers in the right areas. So that can be depressing sometimes, shopping for swimsuits. And being on video, honestly.
Thanks for going against
Of course, I
your
feel
judgment.
like maybe it captures more, and then when I look back at it, I'm like, oh, is that really the face that I made? And did I really do that? And is that the way I sound? So definitely shocking with video. And
Do you think you're worried about how people think, or do you think what other people think of you worries you a lot, especially in these types of situations?
I do. I do, because especially with video, it's caught on camera, and they can replay it. And also just in situations, I feel like I dress for other people rather than myself. And just here recently have I started to dress for myself and what I feel good in. I've always tried to keep up with the times and dress certain ways, and I've never really felt that confidence. But now that I'm dressing for my body type and what I think looks good on me, I'm definitely more confident.
That's good.
Just recently
Good.
I've been doing that.
I'm glad to hear that. I always think you look nice.
Thank you.
So when you look in the mirror, what do you see?
Right now?
Sorry, it's a two-part question. So what do you see when you look in the mirror?
Right now, I see a mom first. That's bittersweet sometimes. I see somebody who needs the other half here. As time goes on with this deployment, I feel like I'm losing a little bit more of myself because my husband's gone, and I just really feel like I need that back right now. And I'm striving right now to see me, but right now I'm seeing a person who needs her husband and a person who needs to be the best mom that she possibly can, because they're missing their father right now. But at the same time, I'm striving to see me without my children and without my husband, and right now that's so difficult.
Yeah.
But I'm trying really hard to see through those other images.
I think it's interesting you feel like you're not yourself without your husband. I hear so many times that in marriage people lose themselves. I think, because
Absolutely.
they change for their marriage. So I think that's interesting. And that's good. It's a healthy relationship. So what are some of the thoughts that you have about yourself? Negative, positive, all of it.
Thoughts that I have about myself. If we do the I am, I have a lot of I ams. I am a great mother. I am a great wife. I am a decent cook. I am selfless, to a fault, I think, sometimes. I am jealous. I am stubborn. I'm a yeller. I'm confident at times. I'm weak in many. A good week sometimes with my kids, and then also a bad week with my children as well. And I'm trying to be strong.
Just a side note, I think you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
At least showing,
Yes,
covering it up.
Thank you.
Okay, so I want you to think, you don't have to name them, but I just want you to think of a really good friend and describe them. Everything you love about them, their looks, their style, their personality.
Do you want me to respond to that?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah, sorry.
I was just thinking. Do I say who it is?
You can if you want to. You don't have to.
My mother-in-law has actually become one of my best friends. She seems on top of the world all the time. She radiates this presence about her that you would think that she was flawless. She's strong. She's very, what is the word? It is her confidence that you want to be around her. She's always positive. If you come at her with a question that maybe you're struggling with, she just turns it around into telling you the most positive thing, the way that you can think about it. And you're like, I didn't think about that. How did I not think about it? How have I been thinking so negatively on this? And she really does make time for our family. And she called my son on his birthday this morning, and she sent him a package 2 weeks ago and wrote, "Don't open until today." And she's so thoughtful. She's just an amazing person.
So, have you ever heard her maybe say something, maybe not complain about herself, but just say something negative about herself where it kind of made you stop?
I did. When we visited this past summer, she was really down on herself about the weight that she had put on. And even though it was somewhat noticeable, nothing changed as far as the way I felt about her, because she didn't typically mention anything about it. But she did, maybe in confidence with me, express that she wasn't happy with herself at that time, and it was really putting her down. And then just the other day, she just had a big smile on her face on FaceTime, and I said, "What are you so happy about?" And she said, "I haven't told you. I wanted to surprise you, but I've lost 25 pounds and I feel great."
That's awesome.
And so that kind of fixed the way that I felt, but it also made me feel, wow, she's real. She does feel like she's maybe not perfect, and I would have never thought that about her, because she never mentioned anything about not being perfect. She just had so much confidence that it never came across that anything was wrong with her. She didn't feel like anything was wrong.
So not to really lead your answer, but I mean, when she said that, even though you said the weight gain is noticeable, did you, I'm trying to phrase it so it doesn't sound like I'm feeding you answers, but when she noticed about it and she's down on herself, like, could you understand, or were you just kind of I guess, thinking maybe there was nothing wrong with her, that she was fine how she was.
I love her because who she is.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to feel good about myself
Mm-hmm.
when I was in front of her because I felt like, how could she be so confident in everything that she is and not have a worry in the world as to the way that she looks, the way that she, anything. And why am I so insecure about my looks? And even though I did notice that she had some weight gain, the way that she handled it, just, maybe other people wouldn't have noticed. But because we are so close, we're always talking about that type of stuff, and mostly me because I'm a little bit more insecure and with the baby weight and all that stuff. So, but it did change my perspective there for a little bit. But it also just made me feel like she's real, and so it kind of brought a different light into our relationship.
Maybe not your mother-in-law, but have you ever had a friend maybe talk badly of themselves, and it's something you don't see at all, and maybe almost made you sad that they couldn't see the
Actually, this
good
happened
trait?
yesterday.
Really?
I was out at the Kintai for a picnic with a friend, and the way that I see her, she is gorgeous. To me, she's tiny, and she's just beautiful naturally. And yesterday when we were there, she was, asking me about my clothes and how I pick stuff, and she's like, I just can't find the right stuff to fit me. I feel like this is popping out, and I'm looking at her like, what is popping out? What are you talking about? Where are you seeing this? Because I'm clearly not seeing this, and the way that I look up to her, it kind of made me like, you're crazy. What are you talking about? And so I think that is, yeah, it definitely happened yesterday where I'm like, I don't get it. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's the last question I have, but did you have anything you'd want to add, just kind of off script? Okay, that's fine. Okay. What are some of the comments you get when people sit in your chair?
Positive comments?
Either, but do you notice maybe more negative comments than positive?
I always hear the negative comments. I mean, that's usually what people pick out, what they tend to lean towards, like, my hair is too thin, or I wish it was thicker, or just all the negative that comes with it. But when I look at somebody's hair, I always see the positive.
What are their reactions when you're done with their hair?
They usually love it. Spin around and you got that bright smile on with their eyes all lit up. It's fun.
Why do you love to style hair?
I love to style hair. It enhances a woman's beauty. It makes them feel more powerful and energetic and beautiful, even though they already are. But it gives them that extra confidence boost that they need. And I like to be allowed to give that to somebody.
So you kind of already answered this, but why does great hair boost a woman's confidence? Or why or how?
I mean, it's a huge thing. You got your hair on your head. People look at it. I mean, other than your face, it's probably the second thing that gets looked at, I guess.
Not just because we're friends or because you're a trusted hairstylist, but why did you want to be a part of this project?
It's putting a spotlight on a woman's beauty without directly focusing on all the extra that goes with it, like just being natural, being you, not just all of the makeup and all of the hairspray and everything that goes with it, but actually a spotlight on a woman and her beautiful features that she has, that are important. That's what makes us.
So since you know Tanya personally, can you describe her? Just what you love about her, or what the first thing you notice?
Well, I'm going to notice hair first. She has fantastic hair. Those natural curls, and it straightens absolutely beautifully. She's very eloquent, quiet, classy, honest person. She's just gorgeous. All of those things make her, not just her hair or her beautiful soft face, but her whole personality is just gorgeous and enlightening.
So if you could tell her anything and she would believe you, what would you tell her? What would you want her to know about herself?
To go with what you have. You're a gorgeous, beautiful woman, and your heart obviously emits that, and run with it. Be who you are, because you're gorgeous.